My dear students, good morning all of you. I think all are fine. Okay. In the last class we have discussed many grammars and works for you, and I think all of you done it. I am getting the follow up activities. I am very happy to know that you are doing it very well. Today we are going to the next chapter, birthday letter. Birthday letter. Birthday letter. This is written by our former first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Have you had the habit of getting present on birthday? What are the things you are getting on birthday? Yeah, you are getting many presents on your birthday, like gifts, cards, like that. Here, Jawaharlal Nehru is writing a letter from Naini, the central prison in Naini, on October 26, 1930 to his daughter Indira Gandhi. He is writing a letter to his daughter from jail, central prison in Naini, to his daughter Indira Gandhi. What is saying in this letter? It is very important letter that is written by him. Okay, we are going to the letter directly. Are you ready? Yeah, all of you take your textbooks and take page number 45. Page number 45. All of you take it. Okay. Are you ready? Yes, I think all are ready. Okay. Yeah. Birthday letter. My dear Indira. Yes. As usual, letter is beginning with a salutation. Here he saluting his daughter. My dear Indira. My dear Indira. On your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure, but what present can I send you from Naini prison? My presents cannot be very material or solid. They can be of mind and spirit, things that even the high walls of a prison cannot stop. Here he says, on your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents. My dear Indira, on your birthday, you always getting presents. Habit of receiving presents and good wishes. You are getting good wishes and presents. Happy birthday, like that wishes. You are getting, usually you are getting very well. Okay. Now, good wishes you will still have in full measures. You are getting a lot of wishes from your family members and friends. Okay. Good wishes you will still have in full measure. But what present can I send you? I am in prison. Then how can I give you a present? What present can I send you from Naini prison? I am in, now Jawaharlal Nehru was in Naini prison in Naini. So he could not send any present to his daughter on her birthday. So he is saying, what present can I send you from? This is a letter he is writing to his daughter. You know that. So he is saying, what present can I send? What present he could send from Naini prison to his daughter? My present cannot be very material or solid. It cannot be anything. It cannot be any material or solid means it cannot be a thing. That cannot be a concrete thing. They cannot be of the mind and spirit. They can be, my present is my mind and feeling. My mind and feeling with you. My mind and his mind and feeling with him. Mind and soul with him. With her. His mind and soul with her. Things that even the high walls of a prison cannot stop. That the passing of materials can be stopped by the prisoners, prison warden, the authority of the jail, but my mind and spirit is always with you. That cannot be stopped by the high walls of the prison. Nobody can stop or nobody can prevent my mind and spirit or my mind and feeling or my mind and soul. That is always with you. My wishes is always with you. Okay. My mind and spirit is always with you. He is saying. Who saying? Yeah, Jawaharlal Nehru saying that his mind and spirit was always with him. With her. Okay. Mind and spirit is always with you means he says that his mind and soul is with her always. So there is no need of any material or solid present. Any material or solid present. Okay, is it clear for you? Okay. On your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Always you are getting many presents and good wishes. Okay. Good wishes you will still have in full measure. You are getting a lot of wishes from others. But what present can I send? I don't know. What can I send you from 9A present? I am in 9A present, so I cannot send any present to you. My presents cannot be very material or solid. I cannot send any material or solid present, any concrete thing or anything from this present. They can be of the mind and spirit. My present is my mind and spirit. My mind and soul is with you. My feeling is with you. I am always with you. Okay. Things that even the high walls of a prison cannot stop. My mind, my wishes cannot be stopped by the high walls of the prison. Okay. You know, sweetheart, my darling, my sweetheart, you know, I dislike sermonizing and doling good advice. So this sermonizing means to give moral advice. Sermonizing means to give moral advice or giving religious advice. To give moral advice. To give moral advice. Okay. I dislike, I don't like. I dislike means I don't like sermonizing and doling or giving. Doling means giving good advice. I don't like to give advice. I don't like to advise others. I don't like, you know that. I dislike sermonizing and giving doling good advice means I don't like to advise others. You know that. I have always thought that the best way to find out what is right and what should be done is not by giving a sermon. It has to be done by talking and discussing. Out of discussion, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. I have liked my talks with you and we have discussed many things, but this world is wide and beyond our world lie other wonderful and mysterious worlds. None of us need ever be bored or imagine that we have learned everything worth. Okay, you know, sweetheart, I know dislike. You know how I dislike. You know that I dislike. I don't like to give sermonize, giving religious talk or giving moral advice to others. I dislike sermonizing and doling doling out good advice. I don't like religious talk or giving advice to others. I have always thought that the best way to find out what is right and what should be done is not by giving sermons. Sermon means religious or spiritual talk. Sermon means religious or spiritual talk. Sermon means religious or spiritual talk. Okay. I have always thought that the best way to find out what is right and what should be done. I always think that what is the best way to find out what is right, what should be right and what should be done, what we should do is not by giving a sermon. By not giving a religious talk, we cannot say to others that what is right and what should be done. We cannot say in a religious talk. Okay. It has to be done by talking and discussing. We can select what is right and what is wrong by discussing with others. It has to be done. It has to be done. Done means do, did, done. B3 form of do is done. It has to be done by talking and discussing. We can talk each other. We can talk and discuss each other, and from that discussion, something valuable would come out. Okay. by talking and discussing. Out of discussion, sometimes a little bit of truth comes out. When we are discussing about a matter, when we are talking about a matter, some little bit of truth comes out. I have liked my talks with you. I always like to talk with you. Who always like to talk with? This father and daughter means Jawaharlal Nehru and Indira always like to talk or discuss. I have liked my talks with you, and we have discussed many things, and they have always discussed about many things. But the world is wide, and beyond our word lie other wonderful and mysterious words. Then this word is very wide. It is a wide word. But the word is wide, and beyond our word, apart from our words, lie other wonderful and mysterious words. Not only we are taking part on, we are living in a very small part of the world, but this word is very wide and mysterious word. We are living in a mysterious world. Mysterious means difficult to understand. Mysterious means difficult to understand. Difficult to understand. What kind of world we are living? We are living in a wide and mysterious world. Okay. But the world is wide, and beyond our word lie other wonderful and mysterious world. We are using only a very small part of this word. We are knowing only a very small part of this word. So the word is very wide and mysterious. We cannot understand it fully. We cannot understand the word fully. Okay. None of us need ever be bored or imagine that we have learnt everything. None of us know that we all learnt everything. That is wrong. None of us need ever be bored. We do not be bored or imagine that we have learnt everything worth learning and became very wise. We don't think that we have learnt everything and became wise, but we are learning only a very simple, very small, very tiny part of the word. We are learning it. So we are not bored with that. We are not bored by learning about the word, because we are learning only a simple or a small part or a tiny part of the word. We have to study a lot. We have to study a lot about this word. Learning and became very wise. But what am I to do then? What can I do? A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. I have to talk to I have to discuss with you very many things. I have to discuss with you many things, but what can I do here? I am in the prison. I cannot discuss with you. I cannot discuss with you. It is not possible to discuss with you, because we are very distant. We are keeping a distance here, because I am in the prison and you are outside. Okay, so we cannot discuss with each other about these matters. So I am writing a letter, but in a letter I can write only a very small things. Okay. A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. A letter cannot take the place of a talk. Hardly means not. Hardly means not. A letter cannot be put in the place of a talk. A letter cannot be taken the place of a talk means we cannot write in a letter everything. We cannot write in a letter everything. We can write only a small thing, a very small part of the matter in the letter. So there are some difficulty in including these things in a letter. Okay. A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. At best, it is one-sided affair. It is a one-sided affair. I can write only what is in my mind. When you are writing a letter, I am writing what is in my mind. I don't know what is your opinion about that. I can't understand what is your opinion. So a discussion is a letter cannot take the place of a talk. There is not a communication between us. There is not a communication between us. So, the letter can take only a small part of our part of communication. Okay. A letter can hardly take the place of a talk. At best, it is one-sided affair. It is only a one-sided affair. Discussion is both-sided affair, but a letter is a one-sided affair. What I want to say, I am writing in letter. So it is not included your ideas. A letter cannot include your ideas. A discussion can include your ideas also. He is saying to his daughter. Okay. Imagine that I have made a suggestion to you for you to think over as if we really were having a talk. I want to say that you should imagine. What you should imagine? Imagine that I have made a suggestion to you for you to think over. I am making a suggestion to you to think over what I said, what I write. You should think over what I write. Okay. Imagine that I have made a suggestion to you for you to think over as if we really were having a talk. As if we are having a talk. As if we are talking on this subject. You should think over it. Okay. You should think over it as if we are really having a talk. Okay. What I write in my letter, you should think about it. Okay, you should think about it as if we are talking on that subject. Understood? As if we are talking on the subject, we should think over what I wrote on this letter. Okay. In history, we read of great periods in the life of nations, of great men and women. Do you remember how fascinated you were when you first read the story of Jeanne d'Arc? Your ambition was to be something like her. Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. They think of the bread and butter, of the children, of the household worries and the like. But a time comes when a whole people become interested in a great cause. Then history helps even simple, ordinary men and women to become heroes. Great leaders have something in them which inspires a whole people and makes them do great deeds. In India, a great leader full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them has inspired our people to great action and noble sacrifice. He has helped to make the starving, the poor and the oppressed free and happy. This is a big paragraph. So we are going to that. In history, we read of great periods in the life of nations. In the history, what are we reading? We are studying in the history. History is the study of man. His story. History means his story. In the history, we read of great periods in the life of nations. What we are studying in the history? The life of nations. We are studying the life of nations, of great men and women, and who are the actors in that period, who were living in that period. Periods in the life of nations, of great men and women, and the people who were living at that time. In which period we are studying? We are studying in the history their life and the people who were living in that period. The life of the people who were living in that period. We are studying that in the history. In the history, we great periods in the life of nations. We read the great periods in the life of nations. In the history, we are studying about the life of nations. Periods in the life of nations. There people who were living there. Which period we are studying? We study about the people who were living there. Okay. In the history, we read of great periods in the life of nations, of great men and women who were living there. At that time, who were living there? What actions did they done? We are studying there. What their actions, what events took place at that time? We are studying that in the history. Do you remember how fascinated? Fascinated means attracted. Fascinated means attracted. Fascinated means attracted. Do you remember how fascinated? How fascinated you were when you first read the story of Jeanne d'Arc. Who is Jeanne d'Arc? She is a French heroine who took part, who fought bravely against the British. French heroine who fought bravely. She is very ordinary girl. Then Jawaharlal Nehru says that when you have read the story of Jeanne d'Arc and you are very fascinated, you are very attracted by her story. When you first read the story of Jeanne d'Arc, your ambition was to be something like her. What's your wish? Your ambition, your wish, you wish to be like her. To whom? Like Jeanne d'Arc. You wish to be like Jeanne d'Arc because her life inspired you very well. Her life inspired you very well, so you wish to be like her, like Jeanne d'Arc. Ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. Ordinary people are not usually heroic. There is not something heroism in them. There is not any heroism in ordinary people, but they think of their bread and butter. What are the ordinary people thinking? They are thinking only about their food, their bread and butter, and of their children, their family, and their household worries and the like. Their thinking consist of only their bread, food, family, and and their household worries. There are a lot of worries in their life. They are only thinking about that. So they are not heroic. But a time comes when a people become interested in a great cause, then history helps even simple, ordinary men and women to become heroes. But a time comes when a whole people become interested in a great cause. A time will come, these all people become interested in a great cause. You know what is that great cause? Yeah, freedom struggle. For the freedom struggle, all the ordinary people, all the collected together to fight fight for our freedom, You know that. Then history helps even simple ordinary men and women to become heroes. Then that history helps even simple people to become heroes. They also have their own part in freedom struggle. These ordinary people also have their own part in freedom struggle. Okay. Then so they became, by taking part in the freedom struggle, they became heroes. These ordinary people became heroes. Great leaders have something in them. The great leaders who inspire the people to follow them. So there must be something in them. There will be some capacity in them, some ability in them to join their followers. Then great leaders have something in them which inspires a whole people and makes them do great deeds. To inspire the people, to inspire the whole country, whole people, there must be something in them, and to make them follow their deeds. Okay. Whole people to inspire whole people and makes them do great deeds that inspire. These people can inspire the ordinary people. These great people can inspire this Malala, this Putra, then Mahatma Gandhi, like that people, Balagangadhar Tilakan, like that freedom people who are struggling for freedom. These great leaders come, Mahatma Gandhi. These like great leaders have something in them that inspire the ordinary people to do great deeds, or to take part in the freedom struggle. Okay. In India, a great leader full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them. In India, there is a great leader who has full of love and all who suffer and eager to help them. Full of love for all who suffer. Full of love for the people who are suffering. This leader has full of love and kindness towards this suffering people, suffer and eager to help. He was very anxious. Eager means anxious to help these ordinary people or these suffering people. Has inspired our people to great action and noble sacrifice. This great man inspired our people. Inspire means motivate or to make interested or to give confidence to confidence to do something, or give confidence means to give confidence to do something, to give confidence to do something. This man inspired the people to great actions and noble sacrifice. He inspired the people for the great actions and noble sacrifice. Noble sacrifice means courageous sacrifice. He has helped to make the starving, the poor and the oppressed free and happy. He has helped. Who is this he? Yeah, you are right. Our national leader Mahatma Gandhi. He has helped to make the starving. Father of our nation is Mahatma Gandhi. He is mentioning about Mahatma Gandhi. He has helped to make the starving, the poor and oppressed free and happy. He helped to make the starving, the poor and oppressed. Oppressed means ill-treated by others, or suppressed people. Oppressed means ill-treated by others or suppressed people, free and happy. This great leader Mahatma Gandhi inspired these people, poor people and oppressed people, free and happy. He make these people free and happy. Okay, then today I am going to wind up this class. Next, then all of you read the textbook. This is only extended reading. There is no follow-up activity. You should only read this story several times. Okay. I am winding up the class. Thank you. Have a nice day.